This is with regards to Dr. Shashi Tharoor, who's hit back at the Congress netas. And remember, in a much expected response, he's gone on to say that my remarks were preceded by a reference to the several attacks that have taken place on India in recent years alone, during which previous Indian responses were both restrained and constrained by our responsible respect for the LoC and the international border. But as usual, critics and trolls are welcome to distort my views and words as they see fit. I genuinely have better things to do. So a very sharp response coming in from Dr. Shashi Tharoor over there. Pallavi Ghosh joins me with more perspective on that news story. Pallavi, of course, on expected lines, and perhaps the focus is also on how it is now that India has defined its muscular foreign policy, and especially one when it comes to national security.
Yes, and Shashi Tharoor is clearly in no mood to let the Congress leaders or Congress party as such walk away with this perception being built about him that he was rubbishing the achievements of the Congress party. As his post makes it very, very clear, Akanksha, he said, I was referring to the recent times. I was not talking about the predecessors or the previous times when those surgical strikes were carried on. But, you know, but to again distort my views is something which the trolls and some of the leaders can do it. So I think the Tharoor versus Congress battle in that sense intensified, even as he's setting the record straight that he was not undermining the achievements of the Congress. When he was talking about strikes, he was essentially talking about the retaliation under the present government, because the context, of course, of the multi-party delegation, it will talk about Operation Sindoor and why it is important to have a world opinion. The dossier which has been presented by all of them is precisely makes the point that Pakistan is a habitual offender, and of late the Indian government has been taking action against them, but the world also now needs to come together.
Also, Pallavi, when Mr. Tharoor says that, as usual, critics and trolls are welcome to distort my views and words as they see fit, what does it speak of the attack that he's now directed towards the Grand Old Party?
You know, I mean, the context is very, very clear, Akanksha, isn't it? I mean, yesterday you had two posts made by Pawan Khera. In both those posts, he actually CC'd Shashi Tharoor. It was as open as it can get. While Tharoor is not naming anyone from the Congress party specifically, he's not even mentioning Congress, but we know who he is talking about. He's calling them trolls. He's also calling them critics within the party, which is why when he's going to come back, I'm sure he will use some platform to tell the Congress party that how the reading was completely wrong.
Many thanks to you, Pallavi, for joining in. I'm in fact joined in by Mr. Udit Raj of the Congress party. Mr. Raj, I think you're the best one to put this into perspective for us. Mr. Tharoor has very much gone on to say that he was referring to how Indian responses were both restrained and constrained by our responsible respect for the LoC and the IB, and that when he's talking about Uri or the year 2016 was only to indicate how India shifted its approach.
See, the only way or option left to Mr. Shashi Tharoor is that he should regret what he has said. He said never before Mr. Modi. What does it mean? He should not try to play with the words. The only way forward him is to regret or say that what he has said was wrong.
But Mr.
That of course what happened, everybody understands. What does that mean? Meaning that before that it wasn't, nothing was done. Only at the time of Mr. Modi, the LoC and international border was crossed by army. Then what happened? You are negating the history. So he should not play with the words.
Why do you say that he's negating history, given that Lieutenant General Ranveer Singh in 2016 had said...
Whatever, we also know it. Whatever wanted, and he has been threatening Congress for a long time that whether my services are needed or not and all. So it's not a new thing. One and second thing I have said is it's very clear that one can read it. And of course, we understand that. So he only thing that he should retract and he should regret that what he has said was incorrect. Right.